What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Black Myth Wukong. Yes, guys, I know. I finally beat that game a few days ago and I wanted to give you guys a casual review because I am a casual gamer. I don't like games that are too difficult. So I'm going to be telling you guys about the story, gameplay, audio, graphics, touching on some points of the game, and so on and so forth. First of all, let me start off with the game overall. So the game overall, guys, it is a difficult game. This game has no difficulty mode. I had to go to YouTube for a lot of tips and tricks, a lot of YouTubers that are very good at these kind of games, and to help me out with some tips and tricks. This game is not an easy go through, okay? It is enjoyable after you beat a certain boss fight or after you beat a certain enemy. You get that amount of joy because you just spend so much time trying to beat this boss and you finally beat it and you're like, yes. So it has a lot of those moments. This game, I read before it came out, it has a total of 81 bosses. So there's like little mini bosses, and then there's big bosses, and then there's the last boss in every chapter. This game is a very long game. It consists of 6 chapters. It could easily take you at least 20 to 30 hours minimum. If you're going to be losing and dying a lot in this game, for sure, if you're not good at it. But the good news is that, guys, that it is possible. It is not a super hard game that you just get stuck on a boss fight or you get stuck in an area that you just can't go. But I will talk more into that. Let me switch now to some of my gameplay. This is gameplay of the opening of the game, right? That you can go to my channel and you guys can take a look at that. This is part 1, so I don't want to spoil the game obviously for you guys, right? But this is the opening of the game. So graphically, guys, this game is a looker. There is no denying that this game is a looker. It has top-notch AAA presentation, okay? Now, the only thing graphic-wise, when there's a cutscene like this, right, the lip-syncing doesn't go with the English version. So I played the English version in this part. So the lip-syncing is only Chinese lip-syncing. So speaking of Chinese, let me get into the story of this game. So the story of this game is that you play as the Destined One. So the Destined One is a monkey. It has the shape of a monkey. The monkey that I'm playing with right here in the opening, his name is Sun Wukong. So Sunwokong. Sun Wukong was basically his journey to the West. So it's based on the Chinese novel called Journey to the West, and how in this game you play as if you were him. This is the opening. The opening, basically, he dies. So Erlang is the other enemy. He kills this guy, Sun Wukong, the monkey. And then you're the Destined One, another monkey. You're supposed to recover all the 6 relics. That's why there's 6 chapters, because there's 6 relics that you pick up to go the same path of the Destined One. So you are not Sun Wukong, but you are somebody going through his journey. So that's when it comes to the story. Story-wise, that's basically the main point. There's nothing much going on like in a God of War or like something like that story-wise that really grips you, or at least it didn't grip me. Maybe if you're Chinese, maybe if you're attached to this novel, it's going to touch you. As far as me personally, the game really didn't do that for me story-wise. Now, as far as graphics, like I said, guys, this game is a looker. This game, guys, it is not $70. So let me start off right there. I'm pretty sure I bought it for 60. Now I'm going crazy. Was it 70 or 60? Well, I don't think it was $70, guys. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'm going to check right now the price on the PlayStation Store, because I did get it on the PS5. So let me check real quick how much this game is, right? Because it is a very good deal, guys, for $60, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's not gonna tell me the price because I bought it. Okay, I believe it was $60. For $60, this game is worth every single penny. There is so much in this game, so much that you can explore, so much to do, secret areas. If you're into fantasy games, if you love God of War, if you love exploring, if you love good looking games, guys, this game is the game for you. Now, for all you casual gamers out there, you're going to have to go to YouTube. You're going to have to look up strategies, how to kill some of those, how to defeat, let me not say the word, how to defeat some of these bosses, because this game is difficult. Okay, I had to go to YouTube for a lot. There are secret areas that are pretty crucial, that if you don't discover the secret areas, you might be at a disadvantage in this game. Let me fast forward here a little bit, because that's the opening. So you start off basically with none of that good armor, none of that. So this is chapter 1. So you start off with very little health, as you guys can see. You start off right here with, oh, you can't see the mouse. You start off with very little health. There's spells, and then there's stamina. So gameplay wise, there is no blocking. So when it comes to combat, so that's the inventory screen, right? So that's your equipment. Let me pause it right there. So you have, in the equipment, you have your armor, you have the staff that you use. The only weapon that you have is a staff. But this game is an action RPG, but it's not really an RPG with like so much elements, right? You do have skill trees. The staff have different staff, they call it stances, right? So there's three different stances that you can pick from as you progress through the game. The different stances give you different moves, right? So this is all chapter 1 gameplay, guys. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. I'm here just messing up with the menu. So gameplay wise is simple. You have one staff and you do have spells. You also have transformations. Let me take that back. So it's not simple. It is not as simple as just, like I said, a staff. It gets a bit more, I won't say complicated, but you do get a lot more stuff throughout the game that you're not bored. As in, like, okay, I'm only going to be using this attack. Now you do have only one combo. So you have the light combo with pressing square, and then with triangle is the heavy attack. So as you do light attacks, then you gain focus points. With those focus points, then you can get heavy. You do heavier attacks, right? Now, as you guys can see here in this gameplay, I am switching between performance and fidelity mode. Guys, just play this game in performance mode. Now, one thing is that one negative that I have to say about the game. I know I'm going everywhere, guys, but stick with me here. It has to be the performance. If you do have a PC is 100% recommended for this game. PC. As far as PS5, it plays nice. It doesn't have any bugs. I did not encounter any bugs. I did not encounter any glitches, none of that stuff. So as far as that, it plays clean. What I did encounter was frame rate issues. So the game wasn't running. This is my getting it the first day. So there is some frame rate issues. I don't know if they patched it a bit as the days went by. But that's the negative that I could say about that. Graphically, this game is stunning. At first, I was like, because I was used to seeing the PC gameplay, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so amazing. But as far as graphically, this game is stunning. It is a game done in Unreal Engine 5, which all AAA games should be done with this engine. This engine is incredible, guys, okay? The amount of detail that you can put in things, the dynamic of the environments, this game is just great. Now, as you can see right here, that little light that shows me is basically a shrine. So as you go through the map, as you go through the chapters, you have these shrines that you can rest. You can rest, you get your health back, you get your mana back, you get stamina, stamina is already full, but you get health back and you get all your potions to heal back. The negative of that is if you rest, the enemies respawn. So whatever enemies you killed in whatever area and you go to that area and you rest, those enemies are going to respawn. Now you don't have to fight all the enemies that you see, but it's good to fight them just so you can level up. But you can just avoid enemies as much as you want, you know. But I suggest you don't do that all the time. Do it if you die and then you want to get to a certain area. You can avoid enemies. As you guys can see here, this game is stunning. This game is stunning. The cutscenes are AAA, top notch. There is no denying any of that. Okay. So I talked about gameplay, okay? I talked about the story. Let's talk about audio. Audio in this game, it is also top-notch. As far as the music, did the music really impact me as much as I thought it would, or in any other games like that you remember this melody or this song? Not really. That didn't happen for me. Does that mean that somebody else is gonna feel different? Of course. But as far as me, I did not feel that with the music. Audio wise, other like effects, voice acting, the Chinese voice I played English voice acting at the beginning. You can switch it to Chinese and then have the English subtitles. I suggest you guys do that. You're going to get the most original, the way the game is supposed to be played, right? The lip syncing is going to be with the Chinese audio. So, and plus the English voice acting here, it's not, I won't say it's bad, but it's just after me doing the Chinese, I got used to the Chinese voice acting. But so that's as far as audio goes. Let me fast forward this gameplay a little bit. You can collect herbs, you can collect plants, and then all of that you can turn it into potions. Not potions, but like you can turn it to craft. There you go. There's a bit of crafting here and there. It's not too deep, guys. One negative that I have to say about this game, at least for me, for casual people, is there is no map. Right? There is no map, so you have to figure your way out of every chapter, which means you might miss an area, which means you might not figure everything out, which I'm gonna take that all back and go to YouTube. Right, there are a lot of areas that you can miss, a lot of side quests that can be crucial that you can miss, but because there is a lack of a map, you're not going to be able to find it, or at least if you're not that savvy when it comes to exploring, right? You might get stuck in an area. Oh, where do I have to go? And then you encounter this big boss, this big giant thing that you have to fight. So so yeah, that's that. Let's check out this gameplay, guys. So you see, so that will be considered a mini boss, right? As you can see, his health bar is not that big. You just encounter him and that's it. The bigger bosses, the actual bigger bosses, they have their own cutscene, they have their own introduction, and then they have a bigger health bar and they do way more damage.
Oh shit, my stamina.
So here you get another. Let me put up the volume just a little bit more. Here you get a spell. You get your first spell in the game, which is to immobilize. So you freeze. The way you use the spell is with R2 in the case of the PS5, right? So let's take a look at this gameplay, guys. As you can see, there's also perfect dodging. So that's a cutscene right there. I love that. Boom.
Oh, I'm like, what?
As you can see, guys, this game is a looker and it's very, very well produced.
How do I get that ability? Huh?
It's been a while, but the immobilized spell still works like a charm. Since you hail from Mount Huagro, it won't hurt to teach you a handy trick.
Now, the voice acting, guys, is really not bad, right? It's really not bad. So as you can see right there, you get the spell, right? A simple hand gesture that combined. So now you can freeze enemies. So this is the great thing about this game. As the game just goes on and on and on, you keep getting new abilities, you get new spells. And then there's also, like I said, a transformation spell. So transformation is that you beat a boss, whatever boss, and then you can get to transform into their form and then you get to attack. Obviously, with a certain amount of length, you can't just stay in that transformation forever. But guys, this game it always keeps you on your toes. You always want to keep going. You always want to keep going. The game doesn't necessarily. So now that we got the spell, before I move on, now that we got the spell, guys, let's check it out. Let's use it. There you go.
Oh shit, he's gonna attack us. I just gotta learn combos.
So as you can see, I didn't know really how the game worked, and I was using square and triangle. This is not I laugh at my own comments. This is not a square triangle type of game, right? So what you want to do is you want to do the light attack as much as you can, and then do a triangle or do a heavy attack, which I didn't understand that when I first started playing the game, right? You start understanding as you play the game more the strategies that can work when defeating these bosses. Boom. So now, as you see where it says sparks, those are the points that you get to level up your character, and you choose how to level up your character any way you want. When you go to a shrine to rest, like I said, you go to a shrine and you rest, you get your health back. You get to the you can reset all the points that you spend on a certain ability, and if you want to be like, okay, you know what, instead of spending a point here, let me spend it somewhere else. So as you can see right there, guys, that it says abilities. So it has 0 out of 127 on the top. It says 0 out of 57 on the bottom. So the one on the top that says 0 out of 127, it's called the foundation. So it's based on your health, stamina, and mana. So you get to upgrade those three portions of your character, and there's a lot in there. You want to put a lot of points in that. You can also put points in spells. This game, guys, is huge. Okay, this game is huge. Obviously, when I beat it, I think it was like level 80 something at the very end, and I still missed a couple of spots that I didn't complete. But I was like, you know what, is the ending. It is what it is. Oh, speaking of endings, this game has different endings. Okay, so depending on the activities, like I said, the extra activities that you do, the side quest, and how you end up at the end of the game, you do get 2 different endings. There is 2 different endings. One considered bad, which is the normal ending, and then one considered a better ending, which is if you do all the side stuff, and if you go to a certain area and do certain things, you get a different ending, which is a better ending, right? Nonetheless, guys, this game, I enjoyed it a lot. I think the industry needs a lot more of these games. Like I said, what I didn't like was the fact that it didn't have a map. I'm a person that needs a map, and I like to explore, but I like to know where do I have to go. Give me a marker. Okay, I have to go there. This game kind of basically forces you to explore and see where you have to go, right? But as you can see here, I'm trying to explore. Now, another negative is that you might try to go to an area, but that area, it just has an invisible wall. So you just can't go. You see it, but you just can't go there. So that will be a negative, right? Guys, I think this game is, like, you see those enemies there, you can avoid them completely. You don't have to fight them, but I decide to fight them. I decide, oh, hey, let me fight them, let me level up, let's see what's in this area.
Bro, why do you attack so much?
So you gather some plants, you explore the area, you might find an enemy that you don't want to fight, but you find them.
Just a rock.
So you have to explore, guys. There's a lot of exploring going on. Then you find characters to level up your drinks. You find your potions, basically.
Oh, no, I got
You find characters to level up your armor. You find everything. So this game is huge, guys. I think all of you are gonna have a great time with this game. It is highly recommended. This game sold in the first 3 days I came out, so August 20th, 21, and 22. It sold 10 million copies. It broke records on Steam. It is a huge accomplishment for Game Science, which is the developer of this studio. They haven't had a hit. This is basically their first hit, and I have to say I enjoyed it a lot. Did I get frustrated? Yes. Did I spend 3 hours on a boss fight? Which I can show you guys the boss fight that I spent 3 hours on. So actually more than 4 hours, because I couldn't beat it. But I can show you guys where it is. I don't want to spoil these boss fights, but this is the boss fight, guys. It is in chapter 2. This boss fight had me going insane. I don't consider this is kind of a spoiler, guys, but you know, there's way more game in here that you guys can expect. So don't worry about this boss fight, because trust me, there's gonna be way more that you guys are gonna be way frustrated also. But this one in particular, this one took me hours. His attacks was just insanely insane, guys. He like turns invisible and he does. Let's take a look at this gameplay for a second, guys. Let me give you guys, put up the volume here for a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That kick, guys, that kick is mortal. He grabs you with that kick, and then he does a bunch of stuff that you can't get away from unless you dodge the kick like I did. Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward to where I actually beat the guy so you guys can see. This part, it's so annoying. As you can see, he summons a tornado, and then if you get hit by the tornado, you just fly and land, and then he can just grab you. Look at that, guys. This is so, it is frustrating. I almost died there. I was crapping my pants. As you can see here, my blood pressure is 200 over 140. Like, I'm almost, oh, I died. I actually died here. So this is not where I beat him. Okay, so I died. I think I beat him was here in my other playthrough. So as you can see, I'm doing a bit better there. Okay. Not that bad. So that right there is where I forgot to mention that. So as you can see, I turned into like this little guy, not little guy, but into this guy that just summons snakes or whatever. So he was basically a boss fight in the game. So when you defeat these bosses, you get their spirit. When you get the spirit, you can transform into them and do one of their abilities for like a quick second, right? So you have transformations, which you transform into that boss, certain bosses only that you defeat for a certain amount of time. And then you have spirits. So spirits is when you defeat a mini boss, and then you capture the spirit and you can turn into that mini boss and do one move for a split second. So I chose one of those. There's a ton of those, guys. There's at least 40 of those, for easily 40 or 50 of those that you defeat, and then you can turn into them, and then you can level them up so that they do more damage. There's a lot going on in this game, guys. It's not as simple as I thought it was. So now I'm using my transformation, right? So now I'm transformed as that boss, which you kill in the first chapter. But as you can see, that tornado, guys, is very, very annoying. But I'm doing better. Again, I'm actually going to kill the boss now. He's almost dead. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I didn't dodge that. Dodging is extremely crucial. I healed. Dodge. Boom. Dodge. You have to dodge. Perfect dodging is where it's at, guys. Dodging is where it's at. As you can see here, my blood pressure is also going up because he's almost dead, but he doesn't want to die. The tornado is basically getting me, but he's almost dead. I don't know why I couldn't dodge that. Guys, this is very frustrating. There, I froze him, boom, and now he's dead. The sense of accomplishment that I felt when I defeated this boss is unbelievable. Guys, it is unbelievable. So, to conclude this review, guys, I give Black Myth Wukong an 8.5. 8.5 out of 10. The reason I don't give it a 9 is because the story didn't grab me and because there were some performance issues, right? When I first got the game. I don't know how it is now. I think it's pretty decent. I still saw some frame rate issues in the last chapter of the game when some gameplay happens. There is some frame rate drops from 60 to 30 something, or close to 40. Oh, it feels like 30 something, to be honest. But I'm like, oh, you know what? It has to do with the gameplay that's going on. I get it. But other spots, it's unacceptable. But it's not game breaking, right? But to sum it up, guys, once again, 8.5 out of 10. It is an amazing game. It's worth every penny for $60. Now, the only bad thing is if you're a physical gamer like me, they don't have the physical copy out yet. So if you want to get your hands on this game, you're going to have to buy it digital, which to me, you know what? A digital game here and there is not bad. It's fine. Will it be better to have a physical? Of course. But I think digital, digital is the only choice here for this game. But guys, I suggest you try it out. YouTube is out there. YouTube is going to help you. Sorry. YouTube is going to help you a lot with this game. Is it frustrating at times like this boss? Yes. But guys, this game is a looker. This game is going to draw your attention. You're going to feel so good when you defeat a boss and you move on and then you get the spirit or you get the transformation or you just move on from the game and you see what happens. The cutscene really grabs you. It is a well-produced game. I think it's very well worth $60, guys. So that's that's my review of the game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at GamingWithG. Let me know if you guys are getting the game in the comments down below. What do you think? Do you beat the game? Do you like it? How do you not like it? Let me know in the comments down below, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.